see you. Okay, I'm gonna see how this is done here. Oops. I'm putting my live in front of my Zoom.
And I'm gonna mute myself because I gotta run in somewhere, but I'll be on for about a half hour or so.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay. Hi, as you are watching, write a comment below so I know who is. We are going to talk about healing the fear and giving you some tips and tools how to deal with your fear today. If you hang around towards the end, we'll be giving a prize away for a 60 minutes session with me. So if you are watching this, feel free to share. I'm just giving people a few minutes to come on. Hi there, say hi. You can make a comment below. So today we're going to talk about healing the fear and facing the fear, and giving you tips how to go about dealing with your own fear. So Kira, can you go to Hui On Energy Healer and do some share on there too for me? Let me see. How do I do this? Okay. Okay. So I'm giving people a couple minutes to hop on here. So as you are watching, do make a comment below so I know who is watching. And okay. So I have Kira on. So let's talk about some fear. What are some of the common fears? I think public speaking was the second one. Next to death was the first one that I know. And I know being entrepreneurs, healers, and business owners, fear of being seen, fear of showing up, or have the phobia of fear of being recognized. And those are some of the common fears. And I know some of the also fear is speaking in public, and being alive like this can be very scary. Very, very scary for a lot of people. And with my work, I'm able to help a lot of people through that fear. As you're watching, think about things that you are fear of, type it out, and see how common that is. And as I'm going down the comment, I can address them for you if you wish to participate. Or you can just sit there in silence and watch and don't want to be known, and that's okay as well. Like I said earlier, if you hang around to the end, I am offering a prize. So I'm giving away 60 minutes with me. Feel free to share. Those are watching on my business site right now. Hi there, Barbara. So Barbara, yeah, whatever group that you're in, feel free to share this live stream to the different group. I would appreciate that. And I'm just giving people a couple more minutes to hop on here. So abandonment, I'll look at that for you as well. So some of the fear are genuine. Genuine mean back in the days that we are dealing with tigers, animal, physical attack. All of those things are really genuine fear, and we have to put that guard on to protect us. But the modern fear that I learned from, gosh, I'm so bad, I forgot the name of it, but it was said something about the gift of fear. And he talked about this year alone, the fear that we have that are non-existent kill more people than the fear itself, that cause depression, anxiety, all of those that we created in our mind that are not physical, that have caused more harm and mental trauma. So today we're going to address some of that. And I know, besides being the physical fear, like, obviously getting to the fire and getting hurt, those are the genuine fears. And there's the fears of the unknown is we created in our mind. Fear of abandonment, obviously, from a childhood. I probably can go back to when that was, that you've been abandoned or locked up in a bathroom and left or forgotten, or someone left you a grocery, or one of your father or mother abandoned, left you. So that's also have those memories of early childhood. And other fears that I know could be past life that brought over, which is a form of memories. And those can also be erased. I've been very fascinated by hypnotherapies and how we can use that to change our thoughts and brain waves. And what I learned was that as you come in and write down what are some of the fears that you're fearing about, that would be really good. I will scan down and have a look, and I'll address them each one with you. And on here as well, feel free to type it down on the Zoom live, people. So that's some of the fear. I have many fears, from fearing of height to the dark to needles. I'm a nurse, but I hated needles. It scared me to death. And I fear people dying on me. So surprisingly, as a nurse, I tell my patient, don't die on me. And it worked. No one died on me, I think once, for my 20 years of career in nursing. I gave good shots, needles-wise, but I hate getting them. Crazy, isn't it? But I have overcome, there's many ways that I have overcome the fear of height, the fear of the dark. I overcame that. And public speaking, it took me, normally I would be sitting here, I'd be sweating and my heart would be racing like crazy. This past year and a half, I worked really hard at it. I really faced head on. And not only that, I took on to be the president of a Toastmaster club, where I'm forced to be up there every single week to open the Toastmasters and said the pledge. So I got better and better and better. So those are some of the ways that you can face head on. And let's talk about some fears. What I learned was, I want you to think about the fear that you're feeling. You can type it up and share with us that maybe one of us will have those fears as well that I can address. But I want you to imagine, if it was a box, how big is it? Just imagine if this fear was a box, how big is it? If it has a taste, what does it taste like? If you have a color, can you describe the color? And how heavy this fear is. So convert it into more of an objective. And it's interesting. Okay, fear of not good enough about money. Okay, so these are some of the stories that we are hearing from our past, our ancestors. So I can tell you, so Barbara, so this fear of abandonment, let's clear it now and see where the source come from. So this, the abandonment I picked up was from your 7-year-old self, an incident that you felt abandoned. So take nice 3 deep breaths and just breathe into the situation. Just nice deeply and just letting it go. And knowing that that's the emotions we're releasing. And as you are feeling that, have an opportunity to have that feeling coming up, just really imagine and put into a shape or form if it's even possible, and letting that go. And fear of not enough. Obviously, Tina, there's many times in your lifetime that you were told about not having enough money, perhaps from your parents. And I can really pinpoint, let me pinpoint about that one in your lifetime that, or for you, when's the earliest memories that you can remember about that? So I can see this is about, so this is the 5-year-old self around the time of being told not having enough money. So you can take nice 3 deep breaths, breathe in deep and releasing that right now. 1, 2. Yeah, the Zoom link is for my private group. Who's asking that question? You go into the group Destiny by Design, Neela, and you go to the event site and there's a link in there. Yeah, I couldn't put them on here right now. Okay. Yeah, just ask one of the people in there. So, hi Livia. So, namaste. Hi Jeff. So, Josephine, is there any particular fear that you are facing or experiencing? Okay, so I have presenting, standing in front of an audience. Okay, so that I was sharing, Josephine, that was one of my worst fear. It was horrible. I had the phobia of standing up for years and years, and as one of the talk that I talked about, the reason I fought so hard to be able to speak my truth and share my knowledge, and I could not live with that fear any longer. I remember one time I was at a funeral. I wanted so much to say about this patient. He was the most beautiful kid. I just want to show the world so much how much he has impacted so many lives, and I couldn't. I was dressed, prepared to speak, and then I felt, and I was just literally glued to the chair, and my tongue was just tight, and I was just in sweat even before I even stand up, and I ended up didn't even say a word for the entire. And one day, this only last three years that I really overcame that. And I don't know if you can overcome it, but what I did, there's many ways for me to face it head on. I went to a lot of inspiring speaking programs. I went to a lot of events where I take every opportunity I can get on stage, which I get in front with more people, so I got better and better. And 18 months ago, I joined Toastmaster, and I did more presentation. It got better and better and better. And as a matter of fact, just facing it head on, you must do it. Find any opportunity that you can, even at the library presentation, local women's shelter group. Take opportunities where you can share or stand up and talk. Start with a smaller group. That's one of the way to start, and that's how I overcame my fear. I got better and better. I don't feel the heart racing anymore. My palm doesn't sweat anymore. I guess a while back, I'll be on here, my voice will shake a lot. I get very nervous. So it's a matter of just practice and facing it head on. Visualize yourself doing it. Just create that. Remember, thoughts become thing. And if this presentation, if you can name it, taste it, give it an object, how heavy it is, and just imagine the weight on you. And if you have to go to Mount Everest, your life depends on it. Would you want to carry this weight? Just depend how much desire. I had so much desire to share the world what I do, and I have so much to teach. That's why I face it anyway, even it scared the heck out of me. I flew out the airplane, jump out the airplane so I can get over the fear of height. For me, it worked best for me is I face head on. That's how I did it, even though it felt like scared me to death. So, teach us, okay, a scrap singer and get off the stage as a child. So yeah, so take a nice deep breath back into that and just release that. And I'm going to teach you today to do a radical forgiveness. And yeah, I want you to write to that teacher, don't have to send it, everything that she has said and how it's impacted you all these years. And just write it out. Just write it out and fully express that until you get to that point that you can fully forgive. And that's one of the most effective way of doing it. So at least you remember that event. I would have picked that up for you if you didn't. So I would do that. And Lorena, hi. Renee. So Renena, is there any particular fear? Okay, I have one on here. Say, fear of not being good enough and being judged. So, Kira, I want you to think about the earliest memories that you felt not good enough. You felt you being judged. I want you to go back to the earliest memory. How old were you? How old were you? And who was there? Who was judging you? Who said that to you? So with that memory, this 5-year-old, think about the 5-year-old now and think of where you are right now. Are you this 5-year-old that are being told or being judged? You're not. You're in your 30s right now. You're a grown woman. Stand up to that power, and you are enough. So every day, one of the psychologists, amazing, and she talked about good enough. And one of the things, the simplest thing you can do is just recite, I am enough every single day in the mirror. Just like say that to yourself, write it everywhere until it's kind of like penetrating to your brain and every part of your cells feel that about good enough. So every single day, I am enough. And that's all of you here, that feeling about not good enough. Because you are. You are as worthy as anyone else. We all made of the same chemical reaction of human beings. And you can be as good as anyone else out there. So never, ever feel you're not good enough. So write and repeat. Write on your screen, on your phone, I am enough. And repeat it. I write in your mirror. When you wake up, wherever you see yourself, most frequently in the bathroom. I have a spot in the bathroom where I sit. I go in there every single day. I admit, I think we all do that. I have a space on the calendar every day. I will look at that. I am enough. And the mirror is a great place as well. So I challenge you is doing that. So failure in my job, okay. Didn't find the group too. Okay. Wise never thought of forgiveness. Thank you. You're welcome, Josephine. So failure in your job. Failure in your job. So Lorenta, think about, I can pick it out for you, but I want you to really dig deep. The earliest memories that you have about failure. Doing something. You've been told to do something and you failed. And being told that you weren't good enough. You are no good. And I felt this was like in kindergarten or the first couple years of your school life, and then that kind of affecting you through your teen and into your jobs. So I would recommend you go back to that memories and who is there, and I would do the same, do some forgiveness. Even though I felt failure, I deeply and completely accept myself. So, and think of it. Are you failing right now? Are you performing right now? Are you performing more than the people that are? Think about how you can improve more. Are you doing more than your peers right now? So if you are, there's no way you can fail in your job. So think about that. Okay, so fear of quitting 9 to 5 and not having financial security. Okay. Believe it or not, Marianne, I had that fear too. It was easier as a nurse. You could get a job. You are totally unemployable, right? You can't be unemployed with a nurse. There are so many jobs out there as a nurse, period. I was told I can go to a hospital. I can go a lot of places. There's no way that you can't. Let me see here. Okay. And computer. So yeah. So I was. So that's the fear of quitting your 9 to 5, and before quitting, if you have planned out what you're going to do, and have that in place. Because I would not, like, if you have not had something, a system set up and suddenly quit, that could lead to failure, correct. But, however, the universal is very good at, if you follow your heart, let me see, how do I need all this one? Okay, so failure, yeah, so think of what do you write, what is real. So this is your doubt talking. Hi. So Marianne, so write down, have a conversation with your doubter and your critic. Have the conversation with it and see what's possible if you continue with the 95, how happy you are. And if you were to go in your path as coaching, as healer, whatever you want to do, what benefit will you bring others? What are the income potential? So have that too down and then weighing at it. Just weigh at it. And don't let another soul tell you what to do, or just trust in your instinct, because most of the other people will talk you out of it. They think you're crazy of quitting a comfortable, solid 9 to 5. So that's how you can do with that. So then Renee talked about fear of trusting people. So you can do the same. A lot of this I can really tune into the time, but I like you to do a little work as well too, Renee. The earliest memory of you losing trust in people. And sometime, oh, okay. So this was like as early as being a baby. Early as very little, being told by your mother that, you know, she'll be back a certain time, and she didn't. And there's a few other circumstances around that, but some of those early memories are popping up there. And what's the opposite of not trusting? Trusting, right? So I'm trusting people. So finding every opportunity to build that trust up with people. And what does that mean? Are they hurting you or they're cheating you? Think about that way, and just trusting in that sense there. And memories that you probably have growing up, you share something with them, and then they may turn around and use the information that hurts you in any way. So think about those. And forgiveness is one of the greatest healing that there is. So I can go through some of this forgiveness with you guys later. Fear of quitting. Okay, so we did this. Sorry. And hi, Joanne. Welcome back. Hey, Lorenta. This is your first time tuning in. So today, topic's on about fear. You can feel free to make a comment what you cheating fear. Okay. So Lorena. So think about some of the fear that you are holding right now that you'd like to let go, and we can find where that source is. And Joanne, if there's any fear that you are experiencing also, feel free to type it up like I said. So fear, okay. So there's many, so a lot of you guys, fear here is not really of a thing. A lot of them is cheating fear and financial security. A lot of these are, when you are in fear, is the opposite of trust. So you're not trusting life, and there's opposite of love also. You're not loving enough and makes sense enough for you to overcome it. And fear is actually a good drive for us to achieve more, believe it or not. If I did not have the fear of public speaking, I don't think I would try so hard. I don't think I'd try so hard, because it didn't come to me so easily at all, period. So I make myself work harder and harder. I remember it took me one full day to record 1 minute about me. I think it was 1 minute recording about me. I took one entire full day. And even just talking to myself, it scared me to death. It's just hearing my own voice. That's how freaking scary that was. So just imagine, 1 minute of talk took me one full day to prepare and record and listen to myself, and thinking about how other people would have judged, or what would their thoughts be. So some of those crazy things are coming up. So head on with that. So cheating, fear. So yeah, so cheating, fear, that's some lifetime ago that probably been cheated. And what you can do is forgiveness meditation for this lifetime, past lifetime, present, future timeline as well. That's a good forgiveness meditation I've done in the 3 directions. Those are really good, and start working with that. And that's probably the reason that's holding you back from having relationship, because you feel that you are going to be cheated again. So I, as a relationship coach and healer, I've seen people that are in a relationship and they actually married again for the third time and still feeling that chance of being cheated again, because they are living in the past. In the past, like 2-3 relationship ago. And they think that, so they're not giving this new person opportunity to love them fully, embracing them and being in present, because they're living in the past, because that is the past is no longer affecting you. So think about that way. And then so you're welcome, Renee and Joanne. Fear I'm gonna get fired from my job. So when were you fired from a job before in the past? When were you got kicked out of a position before? Yeah, this is this lifetime. So, okay. 14. So I got memories as early as 14 years old, whether you got hired by someone and got fired, having that anxiety there. So think of again about fire from your job. You do a good enough job. Why didn't you evaluate yourself, Joanne? Yeah, when I was a teenager. Yes, that was a teenager. So that is the past. Even write to your 14-year-old self. Even though I got fired from whatever time because you were naive, innocent, not good enough maybe at the time, or didn't show performance, that's how you got fired. But now in your 30, 40, so you know the work so much better, and that's not the past. This is now. So think of your current situation right now. Think of the current job. How are you performing? Like again, are you doing 11 out of 10? So you have to, if anything, strive harder and work beyond expectation, and that will guarantee you. And again, a job is never guaranteed. So you always have to have multiple sources of income. So do I really need to have that one test for my problem? Do I really need to have that one test for my problem? Is that a fear? Are you fear of test? I'm not getting. Hi, Kristen. I'm not getting. Gloria Medina. I'm not sure I understand your question. Hi, Catherine Mesa. You're welcome, Joanne. So, Kristen, if you have any fear that you are concerning or like to work on, you can share. Oh, embarrassing. Okay. Embarrassing. So embarrassing is also, yes, that was a memory that you experienced as a child, and that child's back to like a 5-year-old child. And there's many more embarrassment moments from that age till now. There's a lot of those. But the earliest memories of feeling embarrassed, because back in the days we were really born naked and stuff, and then when we start showing up and you notice you got body part and you just start feeling the shame and embarrassment. So those are the earliest memories that cause you to feel embarrassed. Go back to those moments there having to do with intestinal, okay. Intestinal, okay, digestive stuff, okay. So go back to some of those earliest memories and think of some of the food that you were eating. Is that what you ate? Intestinal, so farting maybe. That's what caused you to feel that. And think of it as a normal part of life. And that's a past. So, and you're afraid of being judged again. So the opposite of being judged is not being loved. So focusing on loving yourself and embracing, and just find ways, this hilarious way that when you think of it, when baby does certain things, that is funny and cute, and when we adult doing it, it doesn't funny and cute anymore. So it's just how we believe in society patterns that way. So Lorenta, I fear myself. Left 3 jobs almost 3 years ago. I'm leaving my saving, but it's time for me to get a job. I'm scared applying for a job. Lack of experience. I feel I'm not smart enough, which I am. See more. How do I read this? Can someone read to me? Okay. All my life I was told I was stupid by my parents, family members, ex-partner. Okay. So that's your doubter speaking. Are you actually stupid? No, you're typing all this good. You're not stupid. It's just that's their thoughts. So yeah, go back to those earliest memory. I find journaling so powerful. Lorraine, I would write, and I start with your parents. There are many ways that you have hurt me, and saying all this thing about me being stupid, and think of a way that it affected you all these years about your self-esteem. I would write that. I would just write all that down, how it make you feel, and what impact it allowed you. So don't be stingy with your words. Just allow it to come forth, and just allow the pen to do the work and see what comes through for you. And yeah, if you're going to apply for it, look at just weighing the doubt and the critic, and that's a path there. And an experience, you have some sort of experience, current backing call. Okay, so there's a fear of commitment. Okay, actually someone, I had something. Okay, actually I even have a script for fear of commitment I can read through here as well. Okay, so yeah, I would go with that there. You're welcome. Fear of commitment. So what I got for fear of commitment, actually this one's here. I was researching some hypnotherapy scripts I can use. So for those who also have issue with fear of commitment, so I'm going to read this here. It said, from this moment, right now, you welcome commitment. You want commitment in your life. You are committed to whatever it takes to have it. You realize that you've been committed to whatever you do. Everything will be better. You are committing to the following through, to finishing. You are now finishing whatever task you begin. Leaving things unfinished or half done is a thing of the past. You excel and move forward, giving whatever task you're doing 100% of your efforts. You're proud of your abilities of getting things done. You have satisfaction in a job well done. Strive always to do your best. So you are committed in relationship. You now work at it to make the relationship better. So think of ways that you have half-heartedly in the past that not following through. And for now, moving forward, start following through with those commitments. Even though probably the earliest memories in your childhood about commitment, and this is like your second grader experience, not about commitment. And for you right now, there is take opportunity to follow through everything you start about commitment there, and then focusing on commitment. What do you fear? Commitment. Commitment to be your family, your country, your job. Commitment to take care of yourself, commitment to following through. So list of all the commitment that you must do in order to live in this society, and go through one by one which one affected you the most, because it's different ways. Commitment as well. Commitment in relationship, afraid that I feel committed now, that person will cheat me. That's also commitment as well. Fear of getting attached quickly, falling head over heels, end up getting hurt. And again, Neha, like I was saying, those are your past experience that no longer serve you anymore. You can toss that out of the way and moving forward with the new ideas, like how I walk you through about having that date and having the presumption that's not going to work through. So create this, set the intention to work. Hi, Ruthie. Is anything okay? Please, thank you. Okay, me. So, what are you fear about? So, we're talking about fear. What are you afraid of, and what is holding you back? And I have 12 people here. Okay, so okay. So thanks for fear moving Brazil going. Oh, okay, so the other fear was so yeah, so Ruthie, so type in the comment what you want to work on, what kind of fear. Hang on towards the end here. I have an announcement to make, and we can maybe what we can do is write down the name of the people that are currently watching right now that are live. Just say if you're here, right here, we're going to put you in the draw for winning a 60-minute session with me. Those are hanging on here towards the end. So, so if you're here, just write I'm here, so I know who is ready to be in here. So yeah, so Ruthie, what are you afraid of? What do you fear? And Christine, okay, we did Christine. So yeah, so oh yes, so type, yeah, so type it down. So okay, so fear of moving to Brazil and going broke. So that going broke feeling, kind of like I think it's about time you divorce that going broke for a while. I think, don't you, Kira? Let's divorce and get rid of that once and for all about going broke. And that's an old story. That's an old story. There's many opportunity as you set the intention for it, and go back to the earliest memory of feeling broke. The earliest memory is probably hearing your moms or your parents talk about broke and not affording things. And I would just go back into some of those early memory and really face it head on. Look at you right now of all the opportunity you generate for yourself and all the money you generated in different forms, and write down all the possibilities for you. And so that's where you can just look at it more objectively. Going broke, and when you think of, like I said earlier on, there is see how heavy it is in that box, what the weight of it, the size of it, does it have a taste, does it have a color, just connect it to one object and letting it go and crush it. So hi, I'm here, so I'm gonna write a note. I figure out how do I do this. So I have, hi, so Casey, hello. So Casey, I have, I'm here, Lorena, and Layla, Salim, hi, so Melissa, and Catherine. Hi, Catherine dear. So do you have any fear that you want to work through today? Hi, give me some love, give me some hearts. I love those hearts, they're so gorgeous. And who else is here? So I have Casey, Lorena, and okay, there's more. Yes, Catherine Mesa. I have Joanne. Last time Joanne won the thing here while she was here, and Melissa Hernandez, Ruthie, Catherine Mesa, Kristen Brown. Hi, and I noticed 13 people watching. Hello, and I'm noting all the names that are. You have to be here to win this session. And Xian, okay. And Melissa, fear of not finding a twin flame. What's the deal with everyone's looking for this twin flame? Do they actually exist? Melissa Hernandez. And sometimes, believe it or not, some of these twin flame, they're not really your soulmate either, too. So they could be a hit in the road, and that's not even a thing. Okay. A fear of not finding my twin flame. So obviously you're not, when you start fear of not finding your twin flame, like, what are you doing right now to even make yourself attractive or connective? And if that person is meant to be in your life, they will. You look at it that way. And what ways are you doing or getting out there to connect with people or getting to know more people so you can find that perfect match for you? Think about that as more objective. And think about, I would write down a list of personality about him that you love to have, what you will tolerate, what you will not tolerate, and set that intention. And think about all those things you have to do action for it. Get magnetic. Really, really work on yourself to be happy and joyful, because when you're in that space, you're happy, you're actually in love with yourself. You will radiate this beautiful energy and you attract that person that you needed. I tell you, I once probably made a decision between 7 people. Poor me, yes, poor me had to make that decision for 7 because I can only choose one, darn it. But anyway, it's about being magnetic. So there has been a lot of fear moving this past 2 weeks, and I'm feeling more clear than before. So now, actually being ready for this holistic tour that I'm about to do, I am ready. Feel like it is so. See more here in a second. Can't read this. Am I ready? I feel there is so much to do. And is it fear? Yeah, you have everything that need for you to do what it takes, and it's only really you stopping yourself. If you lay everything out, the possibility and planning it out, you already have it. You already have it ready to go. It's only you are stopping you, and it's not real. It's not real. It's just what your doubter and the critic is in you that's talking and having the conversation. So thank you for all the hearts. So yeah, you are very ready. So think and plan it all out and have it lay out and go for it. Go for it. You don't know until you go for it, right? So you never know. But yeah, way to go. Congratulations. You're welcome. Oh, thank you for all the beautiful loves. So who else has joined me here? So I have Casey, Lorena, Layla, Selim, Melissa, Catherine Mesa, Joe, and Kristen. And then I have Neha, and Melissa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 14 watching. Fear of not getting coached. Okay, so Vicky's here. Fear of not getting coaching clients so I can start making enough money to move. So fear is not trusting. So what is it about yourself that you're not trusting, and what are you doing about it? Hello, Kristen Brown. Do I have you down here? Kristen Brown. Yes, I do. Lorena Lorenzo. Okay. And Kristen Brown, thank you. So yeah, fear of not getting coaching clients so I can start making enough money to move. So is this something brand new that you are doing, Vicky? Or you have been coaching for a little while, or this is all new for you? So yeah, I would visualize. The thing with is go back to some of these clients that you work in the past and ask them what is it that they benefit from working with you. If you never coached before, I would find experience. Just give yourself some experiences and do some coaching and get some testimonial to get yourself out there. If that's the case, therefore, it's about putting in the work in as well. What is that you are doing in that process to getting out there? And some of this I'm feeling. So some event maybe 6 years ago around fear. So 6 years ago. I have that flashback there and release that. And that's what I'm feeling. You're holding that bit there as well. Anyway, okay, so I like to wrap up here. I have, okay, so I had some names here. Casey, Lorena, I'm going to do some drawing. So this is part of a group healing that I do twice a month, and people can pay $9.97 special right now for twice a month healing. We have a private group, and you get access to be on Zoom. We'll communicate. You can hear me. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lorena. So I'll share the link below. And right now I'm gonna do a drawing like I promised, for a 60-minute session with me and Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Okay. My pen's running out of ink. I'm trying to write the name down so I can do some drawing, whoever's going to be. So who am I missing? So Melissa, I'm doing a drawing right now. Hernandez. Thank you. Okay, so I hope that helps. So I'm going to do a drawing. So Melissa Hernandez, is there any fear that you are facing as we're doing the subject? And so I'm tearing these out. I got your name on here. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and do feel free to make a comment below what benefit you received from tonight healing. And if you'd like to join me monthly basis, there is a link I will put below. And for those who like to work one-on-one with me that are going through some relationship issue, I do offer a 60 minutes consultation there. You can apply to see if it's a good fit for you also. That's on my website, Hui An, same as my spelling, HUEANHNGUYEN.com. I'll put a link down here. And did you get me? Tina Marie Hearing. Let me see if I get your name down here. Thank you for reminding me, Tina. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 14. So who am I missing? So, all right. Thank you for Tina. I'm going to write your name down, Tina, now. Who am I missing? I have 12, 13 person here, and 14 is watching. So Tina Marie. And maybe I missed out Vicky. Hi, Vicky. You're welcome. So I'll write down Vicky. I think I missed Vicky here. Vicky Lafleur. Okay. So how do I shake this up? I have a hat, and I'm putting this hat. So I hope you have some insight, information of your fear, where it came from, and okay, thank you for, okay, who's the lucky winner? So I have Melissa Hernandez. You just won 60-minute session with me. So let me write down a comment. So Melissa have won. Let me see. How do I write? So Melissa Hernandez, can you message me as well? So I will put a link down here. Polarity for, I'm putting my website down here. You can find out more how to work with me. And you can always, okay, Healing Circle. Okay, so there's my website, and the Healing Circle is okay. Yay, you're welcome. So any more questions as I'm turning down? Thank you so much. Appreciate you for showing up today, and really feel the fear, face it anyway, and it's really not real unless it's like the physical dog's gonna bite you or animal's gonna physically think of. So Wow, I think somebody's getting on pretty late. Okay. But thank you. Yes, I'm gonna post that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Bye.